So you put up a crazy performance at Indigo O2 a few years ago, and then you just sort of left. What happened? So a few years ago, this was in 2013, I think opened a sold out concert for Inyanya, Afrobeat artist, right? And yeah, great performance. I had a time of my life, right? I had a time of my life during that performance. You know, that experience, right? That experience changed me in a lot of ways. So the first thing that I've learned from that performance, right? I learned how shady the industry can be. When you do something like that, and that you have a lot of people contacting you left, right, and center, wanting to work with you and things like that, you get to see the industry in ways that could make or break you. So like, you just have to decide whether you wanna sell your soul, or if you just want to keep it moving. First of all, when you haven't really addressed this publicly before, like, you just opened the show for someone, you completely killed it, right? From what people were saying, my performance was even better than the person whose performance it was. But like, he was new in the game at the time. The only hit record he had under his belt was Kukere, right? He was very new, right? Kukere was the only hit he had under his belt. So he was performing a lot of covers. He was performing Sexual Healing and all of that, like, by Marvin Gaye. Let's be real, people come from an Afrobeat concert, people come for the energy. But anyway, my guy that was recording, right, because I went there with my own finger cameraman. Good thing I did, right? So my guy asked Nyanya, like, do you wanna give him S.O.P a shout out? Because at the time I went by him S.O.P, right? And Nyanya was like, no, he's gotta go, like, you know what I mean? Like, didn't give me a shout. Like, you didn't even pay me for, like, I'm opening up the show, innit? The least you could do is just shout a brother out, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the least you could do. And like, even when they put out the highlights for the show, like when they put out the highlights for the show, I was missing from the highlights. Yeah, like, you can see the crowd that I was hyping up, but I was fucking missing from the highlights. So real talk, yeah, if I didn't go there with my own cameraman, yeah, like, no one would believe I performed there. But as God will have it, I went there with my own cameraman, and the videos is up on YouTube of me killing this shit, right, with Unique Silver dancers, right, because, like, they were my finger dancers for that show. Yeah, so, like, after that experience, I just started learning a lot about the industry, and how much of a cutthroat industry it is, like, you know. So because I was naive that, yeah, we're all in the business of entertaining people. So but yeah, some dodgy shit goes on behind the scenes. It's just everyone trying to screw everybody over. Even though I was recording here and there, like, I was still writing, you know, like, the passion that I had for music, I just felt like it was a little bit contaminated. So I decided to do some other things. I decided to, like, take a year break. Actually, I decided to take a break for a year. 2014, I decided to, like, take a break. Like, January 2014, I wanted to go to Nigeria, do my NYSC, and yeah, and just really secure, you know, myself in a way, in case, like, the music stuff didn't work out. So when I done my NYSC, and I came back in 2015, right, you know, my sister was diagnosed with kidney cancer. From there, really, like, it was all downhill from there. So, like, between diagnosis and how I'm actually passing away was exactly 6 months, right? So I guess I just sort of lost my purpose. I just was never really able to stay focused enough to just stay releasing stuff. That's one of the reasons why I left. But yeah, that's the main reason why I just sort of like, you know, stopped fucking with music for a little while. Next question, what have you been up to since then? Since then, finished my masters. I did my masters in music industry management and artist development. I started a social enterprise, True Cadence. It's a music industry social enterprise. So I set it up to not only support young people in the community by running music related activities, but it's also an opportunity for me to teach them about the music industry as a business as well. The True Cadence is one of the things that I've been actively doing with my time lately, and just really trying to build it up, really. And I've also been working on new music behind the scenes. I mean, I have more new music than I have time to release. Definitely need the support and the right team. But yeah, making the music is not a problem. I could make music with my eyes closed and one hand tied behind my back, you know, and the rest of my fingers chopped off. All I need is just my thumb and my index finger, and I can just still write music. Next question, you went by S.O.P at the time. What made you change your name to Manny Loveankh? First of all, I still go by S.O.P. Like, you can hear every record I'm like, I'm S.O.P XL, like, you know, because that will always be a part of me. But I started going by Manny Loveankh a lot more. Manny Loveankh, you know, represents me more. Like, I think Manny Loveankh represents me more now. So first of all, S.O.P stands for the seed of perfection. I was a perfectionist. Like, I cared a lot about, you know, what people thought of me. I cared a lot about how I represented you know, myself to the world, or how I represented, you know, my family, all of that stuff. Whatever I was doing, I wanted to be the very best at it. I wanted to be the absolute best at it, right? The same period I lost my sister, actually, I ruptured my Achilles tendon. If I could lift my foot up right now, I will show you the scars, but I don't think you want to see that. After I ruptured my Achilles tendon and had a surgery, right, my sister died exactly 1 month. Okay, so going through the things that I went through over the years, you know, like, first of all, I spent almost the entire year in crutches because it was a severe rupture, right? That's probably one of the reasons why I also took a break from music, because if you've seen my last performance, you know how I like to perform. You know, I like to jump off stage. You know, I like to do some crazy stuff. But, you know, but for the first time in a long time, I actually felt like I couldn't perform again. Like, I feared that I couldn't perform the same again. You know, I felt that I couldn't have the same energy again. So yeah, spent like almost the entire year in crutches. I went to my sister's funeral with crutches. Through like depression, I went through a lot of things I didn't even know that I could make it through. And at that very moment, right, the only thing that was important to me, what kept me going, was this idea that I could one day learn how to love life again. So, which brings me to why I decided to go by Manny Loveankh. So, if you know much about the Egyptian culture and mythology and the symbols and stuff like that, the Ankh is known as the symbol of life, right? Like, or eternal life. Okay, so, and Manny was taken from my first name because my first name is Emmanuel. So Manny Loveankh is just simply Manny loves life, right? So it's not just a name for me, it's a lifestyle. It reminds me of what I'm trying to achieve. Like, it's not about perfection, it's just about happiness. It's just about living my life and doing me, and, like, you know what I mean, and just putting myself in a position where I can finally say that I love my life. So that's why I go by Manny Loveankh. So Manny loves life. What's next for Manny? Should we expect any new music? Of course you should expect new music. What do you think I've been doing behind the scenes? You should expect lots of new music. Like I said, I've got more songs than I've actually got time to put out, because while I, love music, my work in the community is also very important to me. So, and I only get 24 hours in a day. So anyone out there, like, that wants to be part of this journey, part of these releases and stuff like that, by all means do hit me up. So I actually have the brand new single that I'm gonna be dropping on the 20th of this month. Yeah, Summer Girl. And after that the next one is gonna be dropping, and after that the next one is gonna be dropping. I basically, like, have, like, at least, like, I have like 3 EPs recorded for you guys, ready to go, and I also have a mixtape in the works as well. Like, I haven't started recording the mixtapes yet, but the idea is there. So yeah, definitely expect new music. Cool. So it's been an absolute pleasure. Like, if you know me personally, I like these words, absolutely, like, but yeah, it's been a pleasure just really sharing my journey so far with you guys. Sorry if I went on forever, because I do talk a lot sometimes. Yeah, so it's been nice just really being able to like, share my journey and opening up a little bit. So I'm sure we'll get to do more of this. So all right, peace.